The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space, we began our story creating a small settlement. We then moved to a new area under the watchful eye of the king. After gaining the king's approval, we then began cultivating Shady Acres. This was the end of Chapter 1. As we began Chapter 2, we started creating our third new town. We also began our first side story, focusing on a citizen named Cody Stone. We then went back to our main city and continued growing it. We practiced our traffic management by providing people with ways to get to their destinations in multiple cities around the world. We continued growing our population, created a shopping center, and our transportation network ended up earning us a bit of money over time. For our next side story, we traveled to another brick in the mall to create a shopping center focused on a fast food restaurant within our city. After getting close to going bankrupt, we then traveled to a new place, learning different food recipes and starting our new restaurant. We continued growing the city by adding multiple tree farms up on a hill, more to our education system, and also general population growth, like a new neighborhood. We then took 50 days to build up a trading card shop. We continued to grow our population. We also moved around the different types of industries we had close to the downtown area. We then went to Prison Architect to create our city's prison that would be strong enough to hold 600 prisoners and Agent 47, the most dangerous hitman our town has seen. We then added to the city by making a hospital, and we also moved our farming to 2 different new farmlands, the first of which we created a small town around. We then started our final side story by going back to another brick in the mall and creating a mall for our city. Halfway through creating our mall, we took a detour to a software company that was earning money by programming multiple things. We then went back to our mall and finished making one of every specialty store. Afterwards, we went on to play our 6 arcade games. As our first arcade game, we played a card-like game growing a small population of people and fighting different monsters and bosses. First, we fought a demon, then a witch. Next, we traveled to a distant land, defeated the Kraken, and returned to our homeland to defeat the Demon Lord. Our second side game took us in a new direction. In this game, we had to take care of various types of weird-looking fish, while also defeating waves of aliens. We ended the game by defeating a boss alien that continued to spawn more aliens that would attempt to attack our pet fish that we received by completing earlier levels of the game. Our third side game took a calmer route. We spent a little while using various buildings to form words, all starting with the letter I. We started with names of other streamers who were currently live at the time, and then we also made words given by chat. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. We are in Chapter 2, The Modern Era. Today we are playing Rogue Tower. Now, this is a tower defense game where monsters come to attack, and each wave, they get stronger. It's pretty much the premise of it. We get different things that we can spend money on, and I have never played this game before. I just know about it from YouTube videos. So, I'm going to start with single defense. I have a feeling that's the easiest one to do first. So we have our usual movement keys, and we have ballistas. Up here is our money, and this is how much gold it requires per ballista. I click on it and then place it down. I'm going to buy a few of them. And then every time we expand, that's when the monsters come. Was that it? Just one? Now, they do get bonuses for being higher up. So do that and expand again. Now you get to see some of the monsters because there's more than just one. And I only have this one tower unlocked because I think we need to play this multiple times in order to unlock more. Oh, they're getting a little bit further than the other ones. Oh, he has more health. Okay, so now we have... Oh, a new tower. Or we could do all ballistas deal 1 damage to health, 1 more. Or 1 damage to shields. Let's do a poll. I'll let you guys choose. +1 damage. +1 damage to shields, which are going to be a thing later on, for new tower. So the mortar is kind of like, well, a mortar. It shoots ranged attacks in a large distance, and it explodes when it hits. So it does more damage to... It does damage to multiple people. And if you noticed, every time I buy a ballista, the price goes up. So right now they're cheap, but they are going to get more expensive as we keep going. So we might want the mortar more than the other two. But we also don't have something that damages shields. The extra damage to health I'm not too worried about. There's about 5 seconds left of the poll. If no one has voted, I do have a choice that I will choose. Looks like the poll has ended, no one chose. So what I'm going to do is the mortar. Just so that we have another tower that does a ranged area. And I do want it to have a bonus. I'll put it there. This is the entire range of the mortar. And as you can see, it does damage to more than just one thing. Now, if I tell it to prioritize something... Oh, right, we have upgrades that we can do on it. I add another one here, and then we get a couple ballistas. Oh, I can't get more. That's it for now. What's that? I want you... choose last person. Huh. Is there no way to do... the last person? I guess not, so we'll just do this one on the fastest. Also do this on fastest. And I guess there's 3 different ways that we can have them prioritize. But anyway, we're gonna keep expanding. I don't have money to buy anything right now. We have someone with shield. So hopefully the mortar does some damage to shields. It does! Okay, good. And once they get through their shields, then they're easy to kill. Shield damage. Didn't mean to pause. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose right now. Or not. We have new things. We can either do a new tower, which does multiple enemies. All ballistas deal 1 damage to armor. All mortars gain 1 damage to armor. I'm gonna do heavy shafts. I think that would be the more smart thing to do for us. And then I want to try and save up money to put a mortar out here somewhere. That's +3, that's also +3. Because we're doing okay, and now that all of our ballistas can get through shield... Maybe they can't. Oh, that one did. Does that mean this guy does +2 to shield or something? And once they get through here, they get demolished by the ballistas, except for that one guy. We took 1 hit of damage. Let's expand this way. Oh, it expands both directions, okay. Maybe we put a ballista out here. And then a mortar next to it. I'm gonna have them fastest and most shield on the mortars. So that hopefully they get the shields taken care of. And coming through here, they should take them out. Awesome. Let's expand out this way. Oh, we got somebody with a lot of shield. Can I have this least shield? But this guy goes for these two guys. Our mortar just leveled up, so it should do more damage. What was that shooting? We might end up losing this round. Pretty sure we are. But we didn't. Quality over quantity. All towers gain crit chance equal to their level but lose 1 base damage. All mortars gain 1 damage to armor, or all ballistas deal double damage to armor, or +2. There's a Pancham in chat if anyone wants a baby panda. I think that's Pancham. I'm going to do all mortars gain 1 damage to armor. And we almost have enough to put another mortar out here. I'm going to keep trying with what we have. If there is a thing for attack speed, I would like that. I don't think there is a attack speed bonus just yet. Since it's my first time playing the game. You're doing the most shield. You're doing least shield. That just took out all their shields. This mortar should be targeting that guy right there. But they're just going out to here. So we lost. That's fine. So now we can go into upgrades. This is a lot. Yellow upgrades can be drawn randomly during each game. Oh, we already know that. Oh, I see what it does. We can click on things to add it to our pool of things we can unlock. So everything up here is already unlocked. Coded, watch out. You're a little late on that. We could do this, which all mortars deal additional damage to health. I'm not too worried about that. We had the damage to armor thing. Oh! I was looking at the wrong thing earlier. We need damage to shields on the mortars, not damage to damage to armor. We didn't have anyone with armor. Better bolts? Huh, that takes a lot of XP, it seems. I think we want to keep going down this and try and get all of them. Or as much as we can. Our XP is right here, that's the cost of these, or the money that we use to pay. So that's all the stuff we could afford there. We don't have the other towers yet, so we don't have to worry about them. How do I go back? Main menu. Let's try playing one more time. And this time, I'm going to save a tiny bit more money for later in the game. So there's only one guy this time. There's only 3 guys this time. Well, 4, not 3. I am going to put a ballista here for the extra range on the height. I guess I should put one here. Put a +3 to height. The height affects the range, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay, now we have towers, so we can do heavy shafts for an extra a +1 damage to armor. Which we don't have any issues with armor just yet. We could get a new building called the Mana Siphon, but we don't have anything needing mana for. So we'll do the mortar. So that I can at least get 1 mortar out here. I should have made the mortar there. But anyway, let's expand. And I'm, of course, going to make this most shield. And slowest? I think we need another ballista here, and anywhere else it says I can get a 2. There we go. Probably get another 2 out right here. Oh, this is a bad area. So now that I have it actually looking at the correct thing, it should be going after the shields here. That should be the last guy taken care of. Yep. Let's continue going a little bit more. Oh, we can put another mortar here. That's a great spot for it. I'm gonna put a few mortars. Actually, I can't. That's all of our money. But I can do Q and E and have them focus on the same thing. Hopefully this guy gets taken care of. Now, it seems like they're not doing what I want. So is it armor that I want him focused on? EMP, all mortars gain 1 damage to shields. This does damage to armor. I'm gonna do shields, because I think shields is what we have first. Unless I'm wrong. I don't remember. We don't have enough for another ballista, so we're gonna ignore it for now. And this isn't going after the guy with the yellow bar. So I think this guy is going to target that guy. Should be in range. You did take out the what is it, the shield? Oh, he took out the armor. Okay. Okay, that's the next thing. Let's expand out this way to make them a little bit further away from the mortar when they spawn in. Nobody has that extra health bar, so it's just a bunch of extra health that they have. And now they're coming down here into the danger area. We put an extra ballista in here because I think we need it. And I think we're going to need more damage being dealt out here. Oh, this is a 4. No, that's a 3. Okay, let's put a ballista there. I can't afford any more, so let's expand out this way. Oh, we can put another 3 there. That's a good spot for a mortar. Or we could put the mortar here. Be able to get both areas. So now this guy is focusing on the wrong thing. But a mortar at the bottom should be focusing on the right thing. So I want you on most armor. We don't have enough for another ballista to help us out with the extra health down here. But we are getting through the people that are over here. And we won. Going to Forest 1. Trees now have a chance to drop upgrade cards when chopped. Ballistas deal 1 damage to armor, or mortars gain 25% poison damage. Yes. Definitely want that. We don't have enough for another mortar. I'm going to try to save for a mortar and put it in here. So now this mortar should be targeting this guy here. Or whoever has the most armor when it's around that mortar. This should help us get through these guys. Okay, now it's down to this one mortar to get this guy out. And the rest is just all health stuff. We do have enough for another mortar. I want to place it here, actually. No, I do want it in here. And then we are going to press Q and E. And I'm going to expand this way because it's closest to this mortar. We can actually get some early damage done to them. This mortar's doing light work of the rest of the stuff. This spawns people. And I think we're going to need more ballistas around here. But this is now almost gone. Okay, everything's down here. I think I want you on slowest so that we can get through all these guys. We have enough money to get 1 ballista out here. So let's get a ballista over on this side. Don't want it on a 3 so that we can have it for the mortars. We don't have enough money for the next mortar, so I'm going to keep expanding down this way. Because this seems fine up here. You're on slowest and most armor, you should also be. So they should be both targeting the same things. No, they took out the armor for that guy. We definitely need a mortar out this way. But I think I'll save money for that mortar. He was almost killed immediately with the 2 mortars. I don't think we're going to earn enough money for this. Okay, so we either have the mana siphon, which siphons mana from crystals, which I think are these, but I also think they're the blue squares, so there's one here. We also have the Tesla coil, which uses mana to electrify enemies, which takes out more enemies at once. So if they're close to each other, it kind of makes a line between 2 and does damage to 2 people. I am going to do this for armor, because I think we need more armor damage. This is a pretty long way. If I can put a mortar here, that would do a lot of damage early and late game. Let's expand up this way. That's a lot of mana crystals. And this, I think, is like a 4 high. No, it's only 3. This is the starting area, and where this mortar is, this mortar goes to that house These pretty much cover that entire area. So, what I'm thinking is... Ballista's out here. To get more early game damage done. Now we're just waiting for these 3 guys to get taken out. They just have a lot of health, nothing else. There we go. Keep expanding out this way. If we get 500 coins, I'll put a mortar right here. Every level this house will pay for every adjacent tower defending it. Okay, so if this house was over here, we would get money from it, but right now we don't get any money from it. There's a Palpitoad in chat, if anyone wants a frog. I think we only have 1 person left now. And he's done. Let's expand out this way. Oh, we have enough for that mortar. Copy and paste our settings to this. We have 2 of the armored carts over here. Oh, we have 3 of the armored carts. Oh, and we have Oogie. Oogie is the first boss battle, which is just a lot of health. Nothing else other than health. Getting a little close up front. I'm pretty sure Oogie is going to get to our tower. I want everyone here going for most health. We'll let the mortars take out the little guys. Now it's only Oogie. And with the mortars going, he's about halfway done. I'm still pretty sure he's going to get to our tower before we can take him out. I can put another ballista right here, which only has a +1. So it's not doing too much extra damage. But now Oogie is going into our damage dealing area. We take it out? We're so close. No, we were so close. Okay. So we almost made it. So we are going to do one more poll. It's going to be another yes/no thing. Going to be, do we continue Rogue Tower on the next stream? Because it is now 4 hours into our stream. That's usually when I raid out. So we can either play this again on Wednesday in 2 days, or we could go into a coin flip for Master Plan Tycoon or 4 Elements. It's up to you guys. You have 1 minute. I am going to do one more round while you guys are doing that. Yellow bar is the enemy's armor. Oh, we have a house here. Which means that we get some money from it. Every day. Put this right here. Put another ballista right there. Call is about to end. You have about 5 seconds left. Okay, we can either do Golden Forest, Tussa Tower, or Mana Siphon. Continue Rogue Tower on Wednesday. Okay. We'd need the Mana Siphon before that. Let's do Mana Siphon, even though I can't place it anywhere. And let's continue going. That is a lot of houses. Too bad that's not around our tower. Are we getting pretty close over here? I think we are. Oh, and it's coming around. I'll do something like that. We don't have any mana crystals to start siphoning, so there's nothing for me to use this on yet. They are very fast all of a sudden. And I think we're going to take some damage because we don't have the mortars working on them yet. They were taking 2 hits. Or 3, wow. I'm going to put this guy right here in the center. And tell you to work on most armor. So hopefully he takes out something like that guy. And then let's see if we get a mana crystal. Enchanted bolts deal 1 damage to shields, or plus another damage. We don't have any mortar. Oh no, this is the mortar. Launch explosive shells. Since we don't have any places to put mana, we're gonna do the mortar. So that I can at least go like this. And let's do a double mortar system here. Apparently I don't have enough. I'm 1 coin short. I didn't mean to do pause. I meant to just close out of that. I want most armor and slowest. And continue. We can now afford another mortar. Can I put it here? Is there anywhere else with a +3? Oh, right there. Okay. No, I can't place anything on top of the tower. What is right here? +2. Okay. Expand even further out next to our tower. Oh, we have some +3s over here. We're gonna put a mortar right there. It looks like +3 is the largest we can do. And I think that the UI is a little too big. That's better. Let's press H to hide the UI, really? I guess that makes it better for videos. Once we lose this map, that's when we're gonna go find someone to raid out to. So it's not gonna be for a while. I'm obviously not going to try and purposely lose. Ooh, we have a lot of damage we can do up here. Put some ballistas for early entrance damage. I just really want a mortar right here. I think that'll do the most for us. We're almost done it. We have one more person up. Now we have no one with shield or armor. He's about to be dead. Quality over quantity. All towers gain crit chance equal to their level, but lose 1 base damage. Concussive shells. All mortars gain 1 damage to armor. Or enchanted bolts. All ballistas deal 1 damage to shields. I think we are focusing on armor for right now, so let's do that one. And keep expanding out here. Oh, now we're going to be able to get enough money for this mortar. I just need to wait until we have 350 coins, which we only get after killing a person. We now have our mortars doing some action around here. So this mortar that I'm about to place in isn't going to do any damage for us this round, but it will help next round. Copy the settings over to that mortar. Oh, we do have a thing for mana. If we get 100 coins, or a little bit more than 100, we can do 2 points of mana extraction over here. We're getting a lot of people with health over here. We don't have enough for a ballista, so let's do 1 siphon. But now that we have this mortar, we should be okay a little bit more out this way. We haven't gotten the armored carts just yet. And this guy should be going for most health, which is this guy. Which he is. Awesome. Or most armor, I mean. We have enough for another mana siphon, so we'll put that there. And I'll save some life for more ballistas, because I think we need more damage being dealt early in. Let's just start the next round immediately. And once I get some money, I'm going to immediately put this over here. There we go. So we have our first armored carts coming in. But this should be working over here, yeah. What would help us the most with these is having 2 mortars over here. So that one could be getting the first one while the other one's going to the next highest shield or armor. Oh no, that took that out. Cool. So this one gets to about here, and then they're taken care of. So maybe I don't need to worry about another mortar. Concussive shells deals 2 damage to armor. All towers gain... Oh, that's the critical hit chance thing. Uses mana to electrify nearby enemies. I think I do want this and hope that it is cheaper than what we have. It is! So I can put one of these. Is there a 3? There is a 3. What about right here? There's a 3 right at the end. I think I want a 3 surrounded by stuff. I don't see any other in a circle area, so we'll do it right here. This is going to use our mana. 6 per shot. And we do 2, we gain 2 per second. So we don't have a lot of mana. Do fastest and most armor, so we slow things down. So what we really want is more mana siphons. If we get this entire thing surrounded, we would have enough for this one tower, I think. For it to shoot 1 per second, I mean. Because it's going to shoot very quickly right off the bat until we run out of mana up here. We have enough for 1 more mana siphon. I'll put it right on that crystal. We're now at 3 per second. There is a Rabambi in chat. That's like a fairy with butterfly wings. So as you see here, this goes around in a circle. But it does damage to everyone in that circle. Another siphon over here. So we have a lot of armored tanks. I'm a little worried about these guys. Although the Tesla coil is getting that taken care of. So maybe it's not too bad. Because these could get taken out by ballistas at this point. Speaking of ballistas, let's put one right there. We're actually getting a lot further than I thought we would be. If we get a little bit more money, we could put another Tesla coil or mortar right there. Since the Tesla coil is cheaper, we'll put Tesla coil right there. Looks like Rabambi escaped. I think we need a mortar out here for sure. I do want this last siphon, but then I think we should save up for damage out this way. Because I think we get Oogie soon. The boss. And I'm hoping that we don't get the boss before I put a Tesla coil out here. Okay. I have enough for a Tesla coil, so I'm going to put that right here. We can put a mortar here when we get enough money. I'm going to expand this way. There's Oogie. Okay, so we do have the mortar working on this, but it's not working on the Oogie. You can reach all the way over there? No, you can't. Okay, so I'm gonna have you focusing on that. Is there anything in here that's focusing on health? No. So I want you most health, and I'm gonna copy this setting and just stagger it around the place so that some of them only focus on Oogie. It looks like one of the Trojan horses were taken out. Just in case we survive, I'm going to put a mortar right there. And I'm going to copy and paste its settings. I don't think we need another set of damage things. Maybe we do. He's getting very close. I can't buy anything, actually. You have all the mana siphons. So we might be as far as we can go. I don't think we're going to survive this. He's got a lot more health than the last time. Yeah, we didn't win it. Okay. Watch out. Okay, Regis, I see what you're doing. You're waiting until I lose, and then you're saying watch out. I know what you're doing. Okay, so this is now the end of the stream. We're gonna get into the game. We're gonna keep doing single defense because it's how many entrances you have at the beginning of the game, as far as I know. So, like, for example, this background is the double defense because it has one coming in from this side and another one, I think, right here. And we got up to level 14. We so far have gotten to the first boss battle, and then we haven't been able to defeat him before he gets to the tower. And then if you don't defeat a boss, no matter how much health you have, you automatically die. From what I've seen with Real Civil Engineer playing this a while back, there are 3 boss battles. So you have normal health, shield, and armor. And there's a boss for each one of them. So anyway, we're going to go into single defense. And hopefully, I can place down a lot of machines right away. Yes, I can. Look at that. So we're going to put a bunch of ballistas right off the bat. And then we're going to play at least 2 rounds. Or 3 rounds right away. So every time you click expand, that starts the map. The first one is always 1 person. Second one is, I think, 4. Yep. I think at some point I can unlock the ability to put houses near the tower. If you get a house near a tower, you get money at the end of each round per house. I don't know what it is, like how much it is. Let's turn on the light because it seemed a little dark. So we're gonna keep going. Oh, this is a good spot. If you place a tower on a higher spot, its area of damage gets extended. I don't think it does more damage, it just gets extended further. Oh, we almost took 1 damage, so obviously we're gonna do another tower out here. Now, I have 3 options here. One is a mortar, so that's another new tower. Or we have an upgrade, which makes all the ballistas able to do 1 extra damage to shields. Or we can get a mana siphon, which is a thing we place around these blue cubes, and it gets mana per second. Each mana siphon gives you 1 mana per second. If we get a Tesla coil later on, that takes 6 mana per second. So we would need 6 of these to do the Tesla coil every second. Although it doesn't fire every second. It has a slight delay in between fires. So it's maybe like 3 mana per second if you have to wait a little bit. Either way, we're gonna buy the mortar. And then I like to put them on anything that says +3. So immediately that's a good spot. And it has a very large area of effect. Now what I'm going to do next is change its priority. So I want slowest. I guess I could have went this way. Yeah. And then we also want armor. I think it's the first add-on. And then the second one is shield. So this will... Was that least armor? No, I want most armor. So this is going to focus on the things at the end of the line. And then also whatever has the most armor, and then at the end of the line. So maybe we don't want slowest, we might want fastest. And we should be fine. Anyway, I am going to buy a few more ballistas. That is another 3. Put one here. And since I have enough for another one, place another one here. We do still have enough money to put another mortar right here. Is there a 3 over here? No, that's the only other 3. I'll put a 3 here so that it can cover the entire area. And it also doubled down on this. Now what I'm going to do is copy and paste the settings by doing Q and E. That way each mortar is looking after the same thing. Single difference, me when my parents ask why I'm not married. I'm lucky I don't have a mom that does that. She kind of understands. Oh, we should put a mortar right there as well. I don't have enough money for it. We need 50 coins. And now that I can actually tab out and look at OBS, I'm able to see if the music's too loud. And it seems like it is. I'll message her and tell her to get on that? No, don't do that. Let's turn on the music a tiny bit more. Right now, it's not loud for me or for OBS, for you guys. But when we get into the battle, it seems like it is. There's a Mastiff in chat if anyone's a bulldog, I think would be the best way to describe what kind of animal it looks like. And I first want to put that mortar here. Now, if I don't copy something else... Oh, okay, it does keep the settings. Alright, we're going to expand this way and hope that it leaps around this way. Oh, it does. So this mortar is going to be doing a lot of work over here. Regardless of where the next tile after this one goes. Haven't typed that in any chat in a while. Well, I'm glad that you're able to use that at least. And with those 3 mortars going back to back, that pretty much gets through everyone right away. Now, what I want to do is put a couple ballistas around here. Because we're going to... Oh, I don't have enough money. Ooh. I haven't seen this before. Even on the YouTube channel, I haven't seen it. Do we want a mortar over here? We definitely want more ballistas because they're getting pretty close. Even with all the mortars. Oh, we have different things. We have a Tesla coil. So I could buy this, not use it until we get the mana thing. Or we can get upgrades. So we can either do a +1 damage to shields with our ballistas, or +1 damage to shields with our mortars using EMP1. I think it would be better for the mortars to have it because they deal more damage, but then we have more ballistas, so we should probably do the ballistas with the upgrade. And then I'm going to place a ballista out here. Because we need more damage being dealt right away at the beginning. It would help expanding this a little bit so that they're not all in the same area. They'll start a little bit further away. It'll be more of a chance for the mortars to do their work. So I think that's what we're going to do for the next 2 rounds. We'll expand out this way to make them start further away. Give a bigger chance of doing damage. They should be going after this guy next. It looks like they went after something that died. So expand this way. As you can see, it brought their starting point a little bit further away. These guys should be fine for a while, because this mortar can deal with them. Then after that shield disappears, which it just did, it should be fine now. And this headphone keeps falling out of my ear. Congrats, Sophie, on catching the Pokemon. I didn't hear the noise go off, but it should have. Why are they not hitting the people? We took damage. Because this is going after weird things. So let's make it go after the fastest. Wait, does this setting go to the ballistas as well? It does. I thought when you copied a setting for a mortar, it only went for the mortars, but I can do it on the ballistas as well. So I'm going to put it on a few back here, or just one. We'll expand out this way to push their starting point back a little bit. And then let's put a couple ballistas over here. Do some starting damage. Now you get pretty much this distance. If I placed one here, that would cover wherever else we're going. Unfortunately, we didn't turn this way, so this might be an empty square at some point. Or it could turn around. I know what it looks like when we get to the end of a route, but we haven't seen it on stream yet. We got another hit of damage, though. All towers gain crit chance equal to their level, but lose 1 base damage. Trees now have a chance to drop upgrade cards when chopped, or a +1 to health. Yes, we're doing that. That's the regular damage bonus. I think we need damage up this way. So if I put ballista here, we can afford another ballista, so we'll put that out here. So that's a lot of starting health. Oh, another split. So we should try and put a mortar out here. They're now going after people in a more smart view. Or smart outlook. We will at some point get to the armored cars. I'm a little worried about them because we don't have a lot of ballistas doing damage around here. They're getting really close. Yeah, we need more ballistas around the area. Let's bring them a little bit further away from the mortar here by expanding that way. So we have another amount for a ballista, so I'm gonna put it right here so that gets a good range. If we get another chance for a ballista, I'll put it over here. Wherever there's a 2, right here. I could put it up here. Will we make it to getting that amount before the end of the... here's our first armored cars. So our mortars should be attacking them next. Once they're killed, they pop out more people. We have enough for another ballista, so I'll put that there, hoping that we can take out these people quickly. Okay, we're doing better now. I'm gonna expand this way. Ooh, we are turning closer to the tower. That's good and bad. It's good because we might get to see the end of a route. But also... slightly bad. These guys aren't getting taken out very quickly. We have our carts being taken care of. I think we might die this round. Maybe not. The 2 shield guys are getting very close. Okay, they didn't die. There's a cart that has health. Okay, good. Just got taken out. So we need more ballistas in the earlier areas. Probably out of quantity, we could do... or mortar damage to armor. We definitely need this, because we're working on armor. So I'm going to do that upgrade. And I didn't mean to place you there. Fortunately, we get the complete amount of money that it costs to buy it. Do we want it here, or do we need more damage somewhere else? We have this one covering both areas, so it's pretty much 2 ballistas on that. We have 2 ballistas here. But if I put another one here, it covers this area as well. And the issue is it's at a lower level. This is all we can do for now, so we'll expand this way. We're gonna finally see the end of a route. I'm excited for that. Their idea for the end of a route is pretty cool. And we also get early damage from the our starting towers. This means that this mortar is going to be doing a lot of damage right off the start. We can also stop upgrading this. Although we could use probably another mortar over here to make this like a high damage area. We still have a cart here, which this mortar should be focusing on. We do have a lot of high health people getting close. And that's pretty much just from this area getting close. We're close to getting a mortar if we wait, but we could also do ballistas. I think level 14 or well, 14 is the next level. I think it's level 15 that we get the boss battle. So here's the end of the route. It's a portal. I forgot the word for portal for a second there. So we should have enough at the end of the day to get another mortar in. But we should also be doing a lot more damage across the board. Or are we going to survive? I can't tell. He's gonna make it. Took a little bit of damage there. Except for the boss battle, it's 1 damage per person that makes it to the tower. And these guys are good taken care of quickly. Okay, we have enough for a mortar and a ballista. I'm definitely going to put a mortar somewhere over here. I think this reaches the entire area, yes. And then we want ballistas. I guess right here. I'll try to get another ballista in by the end of the next round, but I think this is the round where we get the boss battle. I'm not sure how well we're going to do. I'll expand out this way so that this ballista can still reach the next people. Gotta run. Having coffee with the egg donor. I'll be back though. Okay, Sophie, have fun. Oh, it's another split. Here's Oogie. This is the boss. So hopefully he'll be getting damage at some point. I forgot to add the setting to that mortar. So these carts aren't going to be taken out until they're the last thing in range of these ballistas. But our towers should be getting through these. They're getting a lot closer than I expected them to. And I'm a little worried, actually. Because Oogie is getting pretty far and not getting any damage. Because they're ignoring them. Yeah, we're not going to make it this round. There's no way we're taking out Oogie and all the carts. And then these 2 people are making it. Alright, we're not making it. I look at these. We could spend money on doing these upgrades, but I haven't looked at them yet. So maybe we should look at the start doing them. That's the end of the game. And then we can look at upgrades here. Can I afford any more that would help us? So this is additional health. I'm not really too worried about that. Down here, we were trying to get these. All mortars gain a 15% crit chance. We're trying to get to better bombs, I think. Where is our EXP? Right here. That's how much we have to spend. If I do that, we could go back up to here to the ballistas and... Does this unlock Frostkeep? Oh, it might. Maybe we want to spend money on trying to get new towers. I'll get that guy. We have a flame tower. I'll do that as well. And also Frostkeep. Do I have enough for any of these? Better boats. Let's just permanently gain 1 damage to health. We'll do armor. And see if we can get to that. There is a wild Shedinja in chat. Shedinja is a locust, if anyone wants a locust. Not a locust. Cicada. Shedinja is a cicada. So we'll play again and see if we can get any further with more towers, hopefully. Trying to get those icons away. There we go. We're going to start out with the usual ballistas in the town area. I don't have to click it multiple times all of a sudden. We could put more... Oh, we can't put it against the tower. Well, we could line this area with ballistas, but they're going to get more expensive. I'm going to not do that. We'll go to usual 3 rounds until we get the first cards. Because we should be fine. This is a lot of hilly area that we could put high-range mortars on. We could put a mortar right here and it should get this entire area. So, now we have 3 towers. We have the flame tower, which makes people catch on fire. Then we have the usual mana siphon and the mortar tower. Now, if we do a mana siphon, we can only do 2 towers right here. We can't put 1 here because it won't, like, reach it since it's on a different level. From what I understood from the YouTube video. I think we should get a flame tower. Because that does damage over time. And I put another guy there without trying to. So I am going to put 2 of them here. We'll have these as like early game mortars. But what I really want is a mortar out here. So a couple ballistas to do some damage. We need a whole 1 coin right off the bat. So we can put another ballista right there. We have a 3-way split, so we're gonna go this way, because these ballistas should be able to reach some of them, hopefully. Well, they don't seem to be going. I don't know if they worked at all. Maybe I want you on... most armor, most shield. Copy and paste onto there. We'll expand out this way again. So now this should start working. Why isn't it doing anything? Mana? I didn't know they need mana. No wonder they're not doing anything. I should have run into them a little bit more then. Okay, we don't have mana, but we do have a mortar card. So we'll get a couple mortars in, hopefully. I'm gonna expand you out this way. That is a lot of different ports for them to come in. We need 200 for a mortar. But then I can put a mortar right here. Oops. And now the mortar should start going around and doing a little bit early damage. Can't afford anything, so I'm just gonna expand out this way. We might get a point where these two combine back together. Maybe. I don't know if that's the thing. But we at least have the mortar doing something. I'm gonna try to save up for another mortar if we can make it through this wave. Our ballistas are just not quick at all over here. Before I do that, let's see what these do. Oh, these upgrade it. Okay. So that does this stuff. Okay, and I guess when it's just leveling up on its own, it does random upgrades. So let's see how this does on doing regular damage to different people. And unfortunately, that didn't turn to the left to combine. And they're getting really close. We're not winning this one. And that's all because I spent money on the flame towers thinking that they were going to be used right away. And not a mana siphon thing. So we're going to go immediately right back in. I want to get through Oogie, at least. So what I'm thinking about doing this time is a bunch of ballistas. And seeing how far we can get with just those. Ooh, it is going in a perfect orientation. We can put a mortar right here. That's a 3. Especially since these guys are looping away from the tower now. But at least this is a long distance that they're getting damage immediately. So we gotta keep in mind that ballistas and mortars are the only two things that do not use mana. We have the Tesla coil, but we can't use it, so there's no point in getting it, because then we're limited to ballistas. We should get the mortar always as our second thing, and then afterwards we can get something that requires mana, even if we don't have it. I'll put a mortar here, and I'm going to tell them to do the usual thing. Most armor and most shield. Do I actually want them to do most armor and shield? Well, we haven't gone to shield, so it shouldn't matter. And we'll just expand. Because this mortar can reach the very beginning of these guys. I'm hoping that we get a loop around so that the mortar goes to more than just one place. We could put a mortar right here. And this mortar should be able to reach the entire map. It doesn't reach that corner, but that's fine. That's when the ballistas get in range. I am going to put a couple ballistas out here. That's a 3. That's 2. And I can't afford anything else, so we'll just continue. So this mortar should be going after this guy next. He missed, apparently. That's fine. There we go. And if we can get past Oogie, I'll start focusing on our upgrades. We almost have enough for another mortar, so I definitely want to put a mortar right here if I can. I don't know what this is. It looks like a ore, like copper or iron, something like that. I don't know for sure if it is that. They are getting pretty far. But then they get in the range of 8 ballistas. Okay, we now have 2 towers. And reading the cards this time, they do require mana for both of them. Now, what I kind of want is something to slow Oogie down, I guess. So we should probably get Frostkeep and hope that we get a mana crystal as well as the mana card. So I'll get that. It doesn't cost any money for us to have it. It just costs money for us to place it down. We do have a mana crystal, so we need that mana card. And what I want is a mortar out here. Almost have enough. It looks like I can't place a mortar right there. That's unfortunate, because that's a 3 height. I'll place it here on the 2 anyway. Do early damage. Oh, we're getting hit. We got hit hard. Okay, let's keep expanding. We'll get a couple ballistas out here as well, once we have enough money for it. I want something to do with faster shooting. I kind of want to upgrade you on armor so that we can get through the armor quicker. So not everyone is shooting down these guys. Oh, he almost made it in. This guy's probably gonna make it in. Or not. Wow. Okay, that was for armor damage. Let's upgrade you a little bit on health. And then I have enough. I don't have enough for any upgrades on that guy. I do have upgrades for these that I could do. I'll do that. So he does a little bit more on health. And I do have a headphone that's beeping, so you know it's going to die soon. So we'll be putting on the headphones in a little bit. And we definitely need to put a ballista out here, so I'm gonna not spend any money on upgrades. And we'll just have it for ballistas. I don't think we'll have enough money for a ballista. Are the maps random each time? Yes. They are random, and the expansion points are random with where they go as well. There's no way to know which way it's going to go ahead of time. Oh, he almost got there. Mana Siphon, we're definitely getting that immediately, and I have enough for 1, so we're immediately going to place it down. Right there. That'll give us 1 per second. How much does the Frostkeep use? I didn't look at how much it uses each time. And then it would probably be smart for us to put Frostkeep in this area. We don't have enough money to place it down, but if we put the Frostkeep here, both mortars should be able to attack anyone in this area, which I'm guessing it's going to be a small area of effect. And then we could probably use another one over here so that these guys have more of a chance to attack people. But this should be better for us. Didn't get a chance to put the ballista down. We didn't have enough money for it anyway because we're at 50 coins and Mana Siphon was 100, so we only had 150. Our mortar is doing okay, but we are going to soon get into the armored carts. So maybe we ignore Frostkeep for a little bit longer and just put ballistas early into this area up here. We should also probably expand right here so it's further away from this junction. Give more of a chance for them to split apart. And we are getting very close over here, like always. We're getting hit a few times. We have enough for a ballista out here, so we're obviously going to put that down. Going to put it right here. And there goes one earbud. I'm guessing my case died? Because it said that they were fully charged when we first started streaming. I checked the thing on it. Alright, expand out this way to keep them further away. There's a Marowak in chat, that's Gen 1. Let's see if I catch it. Oh, we have our armored carts, that's not good for us. We're probably not going to make it through this round. I'm pretty sure 3 people are going to make it there all the way over. Our mortar is doing work on their shields, but that's not going to be enough to keep us from getting hit 3 times. Especially since this guy's going to stop shooting soon when the cart's getting range. Yep, that's 2 people, 3rd person, we're done. Alright, we can actually see the different kinds of people that they have. Can I scroll downwards, or is this all I can see? Oh, I have to use the key. So these are all the people that we've battled so far. And I don't know what this one is, but I guess that's something that pops up after Oogie? Or it is Oogie, and it only shows after we defeat him. But I apparently caught Marowak, so that's good. And then when we get past Oogie, we obviously get more things. So this is the entire card decks of all the people that we could battle. But we only see these guys. I'm guessing there's an armored troll, since I see goblin, orc, armored orc. And that's a battering ram is what it's called. So I think we'll play a couple more rounds and then we'll switch to a different game, since we did play this last stream. I do want to get past Oogie. Ooh, we have a house here. Every level of this house will pay every adjacent tower defending it gold equal to current level. Oh! I misread that last stream and also misunderstood what it meant. So it says tower. I thought tower meant our main tower here. But it says every adjacent tower. So that would mean something that's more than one. So I'm guessing this is counted as a tower, which would mean if we put towers around the sides of it, we get more money. So all those times we had multiple houses around the map, we should have been putting things around it to get more money. Did I just have a bug on my arm? No, it's a little fuzz. I occasionally get ants, and I thought it was an ant on my arm. Anyway, we're going to put ballistas, just like we did last time, only this time we get money for putting it around the house. We should get 1 coin. I don't know what the coin equal to the current level. So the current level of the tower. So this would give 1 coin, and then I guess if we upgrade it, it gets 2 coins, and so on. I don't really know. So we're going to do the usual, you know, expand 3 times and then get a card and see what we can do afterwards. Save our money for stuff and stuff like that. Luckily there's a split here, so putting a mortar there would do decent damage. Or we could save this for Frostkeep. Because we don't even know if we're going to get mortar as our first card. Yeah, we didn't get mortar for our first card. So we can either do a +1 damage to shields, armor, or we get the Mana Siphon early in. We don't have to use the Mana Siphon. We're gonna do... I kind of want the Mana Siphon. Because I have a feeling if we don't choose the Mana Siphon and we do another expansion, we're gonna get a Mana Crystal. Let's do the heavy shafts. And then I'm going to put a couple ballistas right here. Oh, this is only a +2. That's better than nothing. I can put a couple more over here. I kind of want to save that exact spot for a mortar. Although we do have mortar range over here. Can I afford one more? I can't. Okay. I probably should have saved enough money to put one over here. This looks identical to one of the tiles we had in the last map. So it looks like the tiles themselves may be identical and not necessarily random decorated wise, but they are randomly placed. It's not the same everywhere. We'll continue out this way. I'm going to put obviously a ballista over here. Now it's a +1, so it's not going to do too much better. But it at least extends our range of damage. If we had a mortar, we obviously would have put a mortar right there. Then they get over here, and they're not going off of that shield yet. There we go. I'm going to expand this way. Ooh, this does get close to that range. And I'm going to put a ballista here. Because this is a 3, so I want to save that for another mortar as well. That guy's getting very close. But he's taken out. So we're doing okay, but we're getting pretty close. Now we have the things that we want. So I want both of these, but we didn't get the Mana Crystal thing, and we also don't have any Mana Crystals on the map. So it'll be mortar that I get. We have to get 200 coins, and then I can place down a mortar. This is a big area damage. Look at that. Oh, there's no 3 over here. There is a 3 there. There we go. And then I want to get you down to what we do. Most armor, most shield. We haven't had any items that any attackers that have shield yet. It looks like they're all just the armored stuff. Okay, so this mortar can reach next tile right here. Let's expand that way. And then it is going to try and attack the things that have the most armor. Its range is very bad. I remembered the range being better on the last time we played it. On Monday. It's missing quite often. It didn't really help us at all this round. Maybe it's better on straight aways than it is on a rotate. Are you noticing more gold from the house? I'm not really noticing more gold. Because it only gives us 1 if I'm understanding it right, and it goes off of the tower's level. This is only level 1, so we're only getting 1 extra coin. The only way to know, I guess, would be for us to get a house, do a round without the house. Although we don't get the same amount of money every round, so I don't know how to distinguish it. Oh, you can look at it. Okay. This house is protected by 1 tower. Its next gift will be 9 gold. So far, it's gifted us 36. Maybe it's giving us 1 extra gold each round per the level. I'm not sure. We'll have to see if this changes the next round. I'm not going to put another tower next to it just yet, because I want to save money for a mortar out here. But we are going to expand this way, because these towers can reach... Oh, that just said 9 gold. I saw that. Is it every time this guy shoots we get more gold? And that next time goes to 10 gold. It might be every time it shoots. Because that would be counted as it defending it, right? I'm not entirely sure, because it doesn't seem like it's getting more gold now. It stayed at 10. It might be it gives us gold at the beginning of each round. We have the mana siphon. We also have the poison sprayer. We obviously need the mana siphon first. There's no use in us getting the other stuff if we don't have the mana siphon first. So I am going to... We have enough for mortar. We almost have enough for the first mana siphon. So we'll do the mortar first, and I want it here to do damage everywhere. We did save room for a mortar over here, which I probably should have placed it over there. Although this one gets them split apart. And this one gets it further closer. They both get to this point. So one more over here would probably get everything. I'm going to, of course, do a copy and paste. So that this stuff changes. And then when we get 100 coins, we'll put a mana siphon here. That did just give us 10 coins at the beginning of the round. So I think we're getting coins at the beginning of the round per tower next to it. It's not a continuous thing. At least not I understand that. We could put towers there. Oh, we have another house here. Does adjacent also work uphill? I don't know. They are getting into the tower. I do want a mana siphon. That'll start giving us stuff. I will expand this way. And then we're going to try to save up for a ballista to put around the house. Although we should probably put ballistas out this way. Because right now it's only doing mortar damage out here. And we have the carts. And they're getting pretty far. The carts. We should be able to get a ballista out here, though. Where do I want it? I think I want it out this way. That's one ballista. Our next one we need 200 coins for. The carts are almost taken care of. They're getting close, but they're getting taken care of over there. We're not going to get enough money to buy another tower, although we could do another mana siphon to do 2 per second. But on the other hand, we're not using it yet. I don't think we need too much. This is just so we have a buffer. When do we get our next card? If we go this way, we can put a tower right here and do damage early in. Let's do that. We got money immediately, so let's put a tower right there. This will do damage both directions. And then I think we need a tower out this way, because these guys get pretty far before the ballistas start getting to them. This side seems pretty well defended. This side does not seem defended at all. Look how close they're getting. That's 2 hits already. Net card's pretty close, but it's pretty low health, so it'll get taken care of. These guys should get taken out because all the ballistas that are over here. Are they healing when they don't get hit? I swear I saw a guy over here get healed a little bit. Although it could have been just a visual thing. So now we have things that use mana. I was going to put another ballista out here, but I am going to do the Frost Keep. Or we could do the Poison Sprayer. There's a Capsicid in chat if anyone wants a Capsicid. I don't know how else to explain what it looks like other than it's just a little guy. What do you guys think? Without doing a poll, should I do the Poison Sprayer for consistent poison? You like slow in these games? That's what I was thinking. Okay, we'll go for slow then. It's 250 coins. We have enough for 1. Where's the most damage area? We have the mortars. They only reach to this area. We have 4 ballistas here. But if I get a good spot out here... If I slow them down right here, like if I put the tower on this tile, it will do a range around it. So that's probably the best spot. It's only a +1. Can I get a +2 that's nearby? Not unless I put it here. The damage is pretty large. Unfortunately, oh, it reaches over here too. It gets this line here. At least I think it does. Didn't mean to pause. We're gonna leave it with no priorities. Looks like Capsicid escaped. Hi, Tori. What's he doing? What? Are you hungry or do you want attention? You keep looking at your treats. You can have them. I'm not sure what she wants. She did want treats. Okay. How much does this use per second? That's something I forgot to look at. I would guess... I should have read. We don't have any gold, so I can't buy any other towers. But I also don't know how much mana we're using. We could probably use a ballista out here. How far do you reach? You guys are doing okay, although it's not enough. Over here, I guess we'll expand... I'll expand this way. That's a lot of houses we could put towers next to get more money. And this is apparently already putting frost power. It doesn't reach over here. I can see the snow right there, so it's only going to slow down that area. So we should probably use another frost keep over here. Or in a place that all these reach. Which would probably be like right here. Well, let's save money for a frost keep. Our mortars are doing work on Or battering rams. Why are you shooting to that guy? Even... Did he have slightly more shield than this? Is that what's going on here? This is helping. Do we have enough? Oh, we're not done yet. Okay. This is using a lot of mana. We went from 100 mana to less than 20. We can either put another Frost Keep to use our mana quicker, or we could put another Mana Siphon. Cost mana to make mana. That's true. If we put a second tower for Frost Keep, we wait until we get 100 coins, put another Mana Siphon. That's still the same rate of us losing stuff, I think. I didn't pay attention to how much it uses. Welcome in, Willow. Is this Ani? No, it's not Ani. I tried telling you on our server that I was going to be streaming by the time you come back. But you had already left before I sent the message out. I was too slow in typing. Good job. Thanks. I think if we put a Frost Keep here... We wanted somewhere that does a lot of damage, so I think I said right here. I can't see the range because of the UI being in the way. So we're just going to keep playing, and when we run out of mana, if we run out of mana, it just doesn't work. Good kitty getting her food. Those are treats. Put a thing on the house. That's true. I should start putting stuff out here for the extra money. I'm going to expand this way. Ooh, this does do more than one tile, though. Does it get this junction? I can't tell. Also, this tower seems to be the priority tower. So I'm definitely going to get another Mana Siphon. It looks like it might use 2 mana. Because I see that we're jumping up to 3, and then we're going down to 1. Right, that turns this on. Okay. This is helping a lot. Thank you, Regis, for the idea. Or for the recommendation for what we should do, I mean. Okay, so it seems the Frost Keep requires 2 mana per second. Since I didn't read first. We have enough for a ballista. So what I'm going to do, you could put a ballista right here in between 3 houses and see if that does anything. It says adjacent towers. I don't know if towers on different heights count as adjacent. But this would make sense, at least for 2 houses. That doesn't say anything. Okay, so looking at these, it does not count. So this house is never going to get a buff. Unless this is a +2. Or +1. No, it's not. We're never going to get anything from that house. We could get another thing from both of these houses by putting another tower here. We could get 1 for this house. I think we'll just focus on getting another ballista right here. For that extra money. In the meantime, let's... This area seems fine. It takes a long time for them to get around. We probably should use another ballista over here for early game damage. But I think I'll save up money. Oh, we have Oogie! That's not good. I want these guys to do most health. Copy you, paste to this guy, and paste to this guy. So maybe we can get through Oogie with these guys. He's going to be slowed multiple times. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to win the fight. We have enough for another Monosiphon, so I'll put another here. So hopefully that means these stay running constantly. Why does it seem like these aren't getting hit? We have another 100 for another Monosiphon, so that should mean that we start gaining mana each time. We definitely are. We should be at 10 now, then 11, 12, yep. We now just have to worry about Oogie. We have enough for another Monosiphon, but since we're already gaining mana, I don't think we need another one. So now these ballistas should be attacking Oogie non-stop. Our mortars are doing help. We don't have enough for another mortar, but I want to put one over here. Go down. Oh, you're getting slowed again. And now you're walking into the area with a lot of ballistas. I'm gonna put another ballista here, last second. We're getting close, but he's gonna start speeding up. Are we gonna do it? We did it! Awesome! Okay. That's our first time defeating the first boss. That also means we're gonna switch games after we lose. We're gonna keep going. Frostbite, we could do damage while freezing them. We're definitely gonna do that right away. Oh, we got a chest. What's this? Oh, it's another card that we get to choose. Burn damage. We're doing burn damage. I'm not even gonna worry about the forest thing. We get another thing? 25% burn damage, or we do +2 to damage to health. What do you guys think? It's not a poll. Do we do another hit of damage to health, or do we do burn damage, which is I don't know how I'm spacing out on words. It's continuous damage. Burn them? Okay, we'll do that. Even more stuff. The Flame Tower. We're definitely doing the Flame Tower. We have enough for one Flame Tower. Everyone comes into here. I should have looked at how much mana it costs. So we're gonna have to see if we start losing a lot. Actually, wasn't it 3 mana? That I remember. So we are probably going to need another mana crystal, because I can only put one more here once I have enough coins. And then that'll be 2 out of 3 if this requires 3. I'm surprised we didn't get the Tesla as an option. Go out this way. Another mana crystal right there. Ooh, I'm seeing burn stuff already. Put another Monosiphon there for the Flame Tower. I do want another ballista next to these 2 towers, or houses. Oh, look at that nice damage from the Flame Tower! So I want you on most armor, most shield, for sure. I wonder if it takes these out quickly, although we're not going to have an example. Oh, this is our first shield. Ooh, and other shields here. What are they? They're definitely new things, but we haven't had shield yet. We are still gaining mana, so this is good for our example. Now they're getting slowed. They should be out of shield now and then quickly taken care of. We have a lot of money again. Let's do the mortar. Actually, is there a +3 over here somewhere? Right here. And then I want you to have this setting on there. And then since we're at 100 mana, we're going to put down another flame tower when we have the money for it. Although we could use probably a frost keep over here in this corner to slow people as they come in. There's a Pavilion in chat, if anyone's, excuse me, a butterfly with a specific pattern. You'd have to look up what Pavilion Polar looks like. I am going to try to catch it because I think the polar one is a snowflake looking butterfly thing. Anyway, we are going to keep expanding this way. Definitely need something out here. I'm going to actually put a ballista. Yeah, we'll put a ballista right here. Do some early damage. Then our flame tower is doing a lot of damage. Does this have a name? Greg. Does that count as a boss? I don't think that counts as a boss. I think the boss is health like Oogie. I think Greg is going to make it all the way. And get another flame tower. Put it right here. It's not going to help us right now with Greg and stuff. Hopefully Greg doesn't mean we lose. I know we'll get through all these guys. I'm more worried about Greg. He's definitely going to make it. Do we lose not 5 health? We do. So Greg is kind of like a mini boss. But anyway. We are now going to switch games. I thought this was going to take us a little bit longer. And in the meantime, I'm actually going to go into a short break. I'll switch my headphones. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 AM to 12:30 PM EST, and on Saturdays from 10 AM to 2 PM EST.